Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. My name is Tiffany. Welcome to Everything in Tea. This evening we are going to be doing a craft. We've also got some tea. So the first thing we're going to do and talk about is the tea. It is from a company called Stash. It is licorice spice. This is a very... I don't even know how they describe this tea. If you like spice, if you love black licorice, you're going to love this tea. So this is made with licorice root, cinnamon, some citrus, some anise, and this is what the little tea bag looks like. This beautiful little bluish colored packaging. So, you know, you can take a single one and take it on the go and open it up and have some tea later on. And I'm sure, like other parts of the country, it's pretty kind of chilly wherever you are. At least it is here in Atlanta. So this is a warm infusion of sweet licorice root and aromatic spices. So you see, you got your anise there, your cinnamon, your licorice root, some citrus, more licorice root, and some, looks like a vanilla flower. But it's just a nice little tea, you know. I thought it'd be nice because I wanted to come on and show you all painting tonight. This is my wild Valentine's Day cup. As you can see, it says wild, you know. So I've had this steeping some. So this is a very, very aromatic tea. The very first thing you taste is going to be the licorice root. Then you're going to get from licorice root to cinnamon, excuse me, to a little bit of the citrusy orange flavoring. Yeah, so those are the flavors. It's a very flavorful tea. The very first thing you're going to smell, it's going to be the licorice root, cinnamon, nutmeg mix. And so, yeah, so it's just a very aromatic tea is the best way to describe it. If you like licorice, if you like anything like that, then this is probably going to be the tea for you. And I think my light went out over here, but that's okay. This is my little snowman, by the way. I love him. It lights up. It's glittery. It's fun. And I did not make this. I got it for Christmas, but yeah, that's one of my favorite things in the world right now. Just thought I'd show you all, you know, wintertime. Of course, my little black heart and my Valentine's Day wreath behind me. So, because it is winter, because it is Valentine's Day, we are actually going to make a winter, literally a winter picture. We will be using, obviously, paint brushes, obviously some paint, you know, we've got painter's tape, we've got canvas, and because I wanted to make a mixed media painting, we've got some little sparkly snowflakes. You know, and that's what we're going to be using. And of course, I've got my little glue gun along with some glue sticks here. My glue gun is cordless, whatever that means. Cordless glue gun over here. I've actually got, what's really funny, I actually have two more glue guns over here, and they're both have cords on them. So, what are we going to be doing? We are literally going to be making a winter painting. So you can choose whatever kind of canvas you want. First of all, let me say that. So my favorite is stretch canvas. Of course, I've got, this is what a white stretch canvas looks like. You can actually just paint this blue or whatever color it fancies your intuition and creativeness. Or you can use a flat canvas like this and paint it. Personally speaking, I'm using a black canvas. Black canvas I like. Black canvas I do like. I got this in a 2-pack. It's an 8x10. It is obviously black, but you can get it at Walmart for like two 8x10 black canvases at Walmart. It's like $4 or $5. I like black. I don't have to paint the back of it. I don't have to paint the background color. It's ready, basically. I like black because it's an unusual canvas color. Most people don't realize it's a lot more useful than what people believe it is or think it is. therefore, I'm going to use this color. Obviously, with your paintbrushes and paint, you're going to need some water. And I got my little tissues here. I've got some extra paper towels here behind me, just in case, you know. So now that we are going to be starting, I am going to go ahead, and I just realized I don't have anything to put paint in. So while I'm looking for that real quickly, we're just going to be talking for a minute. I know I've got something around here somewhere. Okay, so, I know where it's at. Okay, give me just one moment. I thought I had everything within reach, but one thing is like way over there. Give me just 1 second. I'll be right back. Anyway, this evening we will be painting, and painting is always fun. I love to paint. I think it's really fantastic for anybody and everybody to paint. I think that it's one of those life little enjoyments. And to me, if you get an opportunity to paint and to be creative, it's a lot easier than anything else. So now that I've got my little palette for my paint, you can see my little kitty cat t-shirt. See, it's got little cats on it. Thank you, Cat Lady Box, by the way. So this is what you'll need to put paints in, is a little paint palette thing. And I've got large ones, I got small ones. This one here will do perfect for this one. We're going to be moving the camera now so I can show you guys how to paint. Please ignore the mess. If you've watched my channel before, I'm sure you all know I've done quite a bit of crafting, and the place around my desk is always a mess. So this is what we are going to be doing. Oh, come here. Okay. Trying to get everything centered just right. And of course nothing is centered. Oh, I gotta move the camera, that's why. Duh. Alright, let me move it this way and see what happens. Nope. Oh, okay, and there we go. Alright, I'm gonna move my mouse out of the way. And we're gonna start. Okay. So first thing that we are going to do for this painting is use the painter's tape. Painter's tape, this, you can actually use masking tape. It doesn't necessarily have to be painting tape. This is actually one that I got in something else. So we're going to come in probably about, you can eyeball this as well. So if I do it right, if I want it right in the middle, if I do it right along here as straight as possible. I'm going to say that because I'm just eyeballing this. I'm not going to, you can obviously use a ruler, but for me, this is more exciting, just eyeballing it. And it is an art piece, so with art, I'm one of those people who, yeah, I do love perfection, but I like the mistakes in art. I like being able to say, oh, oops, I made a mistake. And you can make it as large as you want, as long as you want. Like I said, we are literally like going to be we're going to put winter right in the middle, with snowflakes around it. And there's a couple of ways you can do this snowflakes. You can actually use snowflakes like I've got. These were actually part of a Christmas decoration kit. And those are the snowflakes that I did not use on the Christmas tree. Put that out of the way. You can use stencils like this and just paint that way. Tape the stencil down and paint them. Which is another way you can do it. I actually used these last year on a project that I did not film. But, or you could just freehand paint them. Because I want this to be a mixed media, I decided to go with these little snowflakes because I wanted to do something mixed media. I like mixed media. So now comes the decision of what color paint do I want to make winter in, because we're going to start with the winter part. Now obviously it all depends on how big you want the words winter and what type of and even the font, how big you want winter to go across there. As you can see, I didn't want it to be extremely big because I wanted to add the snowflakes in all around it. And with it being a, oh, what do you call it? Getting paint by right here, to show you. So, because I wanted it to be a mixed media, I wanted to make sure I had plenty of room for snowflakes. So, like, I'm going to put winter there. We're going to add some snowflakes here. Snowflakes there. Obviously, I'll be taking off this tape. And we can add one there. So, the black and the white. I like the way the black and the white looks. That's a lot of the reason why I chose to do the mixed media. Got a selection of paintbrushes, literally. Here. Selection. So, we'll set them off to the side. I got a small one that is really, really good for fine. I have sort of a medium one, and these are actually very, very soft. So, medium one as well. I've got one that has a slant to it as well. I've got a small one that's just straight across. And I got another black one that's just pointed that's small. So those are the paintbrushes that I think I'm going to be using for this project. I don't know exactly which one I'm going to be using. If I'm going to be using 2 or 3, I do not know yet. But I have them out so that way I can use them. Paint-wise, we've got just your basic white paint. This is from Apple Barrel. This plain white paint is just 50 cents or something like that at Walmart. It's very cheap. This is actually part of a kit. I usually, these are all-purpose paints. That's what I like about them because they're all-purpose. I can use them with pretty much anything unless it's glass or metal, and then I usually use something that's made specifically for glass or metal. There is a rose gold that I've used before. I don't think I want to use rose gold because it's winter. That would actually make a really pretty one for spring though, so I may do a spring sign with that one sometime. Maybe use flower stickers. That would be pretty actually. I've got just a regular gold one. This I may use as an outline. I do not know yet. Rose gold. I guess I could use that one for an outline. We've got, which actually these last two are probably the two I'm going to be using. This is the pearl white. This is from Folk Art. It's a metallic. It's a pearl white. You know, white snow. It's pearlized. It might be pretty with the glitter snowflakes. This is from Folk Art as well. This is the metallic sterling silver. So it's going to be a bright, shinier silver. So I think I'm going to use these two because they're metallic paints. I do like the idea of using a metallic paint for this, especially with knowing that the snowflakes I'm using have glitter on them. So we're going to shake them up. And hopefully I don't squirt out everywhere. I'm going to pour it into the little tray. So we're going to start off with that much, and we're going to see how it goes. And then we're going to shake up the white. Usually with metallic paints, if you shake them up, even though you've used them before, they work out really, really well to keep a good consistency. And these are all-purpose paints as well. So that's why I like some of these paints, because they are an all-purpose paint. So we got the gray and the white, or the sterling silver and the white pearlesque. And now we're going to set this off to the side. Let's get the water a little bit closer. We're going to grab these little things over here on this side. I think I'm going to start off with doing a very fine. Okay. I'm definitely going to need a couple of tissues over here near me. Okay, so I'm freehanding the word winter. Obviously, if you've got letter stencils, you're more than welcome to use them. I'm going to start off with the silver. It doesn't really matter what way you do it. Just make sure you spell the word right. So we're just going to paint a line down with a W. And it doesn't have to be perfect. that's one thing why I did not want to use a stencil wording for this. Obviously, if you want to, you can, you know. And we're just gonna start off by painting the word winter all the way through, and then we can go back. We can adjust where we need to. We can add more paint, add the white in. I'm gonna do the eye right there, and we're doing it in capital letters, I believe, just because capital letters I like. I like all type of lettering. I was going to do it in a different font, a cursive, but then the more and more I thought about it, I thought maybe this might be a little bit easier to show, is doing it all in caps. And it might be different. It'll be against the black background, I think, with the white and the silver paint. I think it's going to be very, very, it'll make it a little bit more interesting. So we're doing the N, and then we've just got 3 more letters to go. As you can see, it's not going to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't want it perfect. Sometimes I think people are so stuck on making their artwork perfect, it misses that authenticity of it. And I'm all about authenticity. You know, I like, and this is for fun. This is my enjoyment. This is my Saturday evening that I decided, hey, I want to make a winter picture that I can put up that says winter. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Nobody wants perfect. I don't like perfect artwork. So now we've got the R. The R might be creating a problem because it's a little bit off. There you go. Winter. See, it's not that bad. And I like the fact they're all different size letters. I want them to be different sizes. So now we're just going to go back through. We're going to add some more silver to the R. We're going to go back through with the white as well here in a moment. And the white I'm mainly going to use as an outline to help brighten it up some, because I didn't want it to be this dark. And then we're going to do the E again. As you can tell, I did a very block style of lettering. I like block style lettering. I think sometimes block style you cannot go wrong with. And for a very simple painting on a Saturday evening, I think this will be perfect. And you see, that's the problem with doing a black painting on canvas, is when you do make a mistake. There we go. It's kind of easier to clean up on certain canvases. White, you can always paint over. On black, you kind of cannot do that. So that's the other reason I like the black, is because it's a little bit, it's not very forgiving, and I like that. I didn't want it to be perfect. It doesn't need to be perfect. I don't think you have to be perfect all the time, right? Anything like that. And I like having different sizes of letterings anyway. I think it helps out a lot as far as the creative processing goes. And I just got a really large thing of silver on my black canvas, as you can tell. That's okay. Like I said, doesn't need to be perfect. I'm not going for perfection here. Just take a little bit of water and do of this. Oh, I just smeared everything. But that's okay. You know how we're going to fix that? If you do hit it, you do need to smear it out. Like this. You just kind of glide it along that way. So see, it's not perfect, but I like it. I don't want the word winter to be perfect. Winter is not a perfect season. When you start thinking of the perfect season, winter is not what comes to mind. You've got wind, you've got snow, you've got wind, you've got all these factors, ice. Nothing is perfect in winter. That's why I didn't want the word winter to be perfect across there. So there's a method to my madness when it comes to painting sometimes. And that's the best way I know how to describe it. We got white on my tip now. We're just going through with the white. I'm going to ever so lightly put a little bit of white on it. Not all the way white, not all the way trimmed. Just here and there, wherever I think it needs to be. This is just, white can be more of a accent type of a color for this painting. And as you can tell, I'm going to pronounce some of it, and some of it I'm not even going to touch. We're working on the R right now. I'm going to move on to the E. So we're not doing it all in one area. And the nice thing about this is, because this is a multi-purpose paint, it doesn't take a whole lot of paint. But, and as you all can tell, I'm not even like outlining like the full lettering of it. I'm just doing a little bit just to pronounce certain parts of it. Just mainly because it doesn't have to be perfect. Winter is not a perfect season. It will never be perfect. I am fine with it. I'm sure other people are fine with it. I know people who love winter. Personally, me, not so much. Doesn't mean that I don't like to craft in the wintertime. Like I said before at the beginning, you know, I get more crafting done in the wintertime than I do during summer or anything like that. So, yeah. So we're just outlining a little bit here and there. And it doesn't have to be perfect. As you can tell, I'm not doing the bottoms or the tops of it. Mainly, it's just going to be on the sides. You know, it's going to have a little bit of a different effect with the white coming in with the silver. And as you can tell, I didn't, because even though it's a sterling silver, it's not a bright. I didn't go all in with sterling. Obviously, you can do whatever your heart desires with it. Me personally, I knew what kind of an effect I wanted. I wanted that look like it was like a nighttime winter scene. If you've seen any movies, the winter nights in movies, they're not perfect. They are just sort of there. They're not, they've got this really dark, and then you see like the clouds, especially on a cloudy night, you know, you can see like certain colors of grays in the cloud and the night sky at like midnight or something. That's kind of like the idea I was going for. That's why I didn't want it to be perfect. I don't think you have to be perfect when you're doing winter scenes, because winter is, like I said, is not perfect. It's probably the most inconsistent season we have. With weather, anywhere you live, it can be really, really cold. It can be not so cold one moment, but then 20 degrees the next. So it's not going to be perfect, you know. And like I said before, I don't want it to be perfect. Winter's not a perfect season. It should not be perfect. Obviously, if you're a perfectionist, and believe it or not, I'm actually a big time perfectionist. I like logical things, and I think that's why I don't like winter, is because it isn't logical to me. It's not perfect. It takes forever to get light. Like I have a full-time job, a part-time job, this channel, and to be honest with you all, there are days when I'm just wondering, is it ever going to be light again? I go home I go to work, it's dark out. I come home, it's dark out. And that's just the way it is. We're going to let that dry for a moment. We're going to set this off to the side so that hopefully I don't spill it on me. Alrighty. And there's something I did want to let you all know about. So because this is winter, because this is mixed media, you all could I've actually used some of this before, and I don't see where I put them. But you all could use this disco style and do winter out in it if you wanted to. You'll have to use scissors to cut it and make your W's, I's, T's, and T's, and whatever. But that would work as well. I'm just going to set up this now. I'm getting my snowflakes ready. I love a good tea. So, oh wait, look, you can see the color of the tea. As it steeps, it does become a little bit darker. I do use honey in my tea. So, anyway, we're going to let that dry for a moment before I take the tape off. I'm hoping you all are enjoying this channel. I know here lately I haven't done as many projects that I've wanted to do as far as art goes. My hand is getting better. I can actually bend it almost now, so that's always good. Of course, it still stays out to the side. There's not a lot I can do about that except physical therapy, and hopefully it'll come back together. I've got other projects planned out for this year, and I'm hoping it will all be fun. I'm going to try to do something for Valentine's Day this week. Is Valentine's Day week coming up in a week, so hopefully I can have another crafting video up by then. We're just pulling off the tape now. That's all we are going to do. See? A very block lettering. So let me toss this off to the side. Whee! So there we go. We have winter. Okay. Now comes the fun part. The first thing that I like to do, there's a couple ways you can do this. The first thing that I like to do come on, turn on. Please turn your charge. Okay. There we go. So that's heating up. We can place different snowflakes along on here. And like I said, nothing is perfect. You can place them off center. Place them off to the side on one side if you want. Maybe one right there. I like things in threes, so I may do 3 on each side. I've got a couple more I could throw on here. See what that looks like. See if I want to do. Yeah, and the nice thing about these, you can like manipulate them to whichever one you like, whichever way you like. Yep, I think I like that. And I'm gonna grab. So I got my snowflakes on there. Now we get to glue them on there. And as you all can tell, oh, it's ready. All I'm doing is taking the glue and I'm putting a couple of little dots on my snowflake and just placing it down right there where I want it to go. And I'll do another one. So we're doing that one right there. I'll start on this end now. And like I said, I like mixed media because it's different. It doesn't take a whole lot. Sometimes you can overthink mixed media projects, and sometimes you don't. And I try my best not to overthink them, but it is me. I've got like a little glue hairy thingy on my hand, but that's okay. Again, just take a little bit of glue And please be careful because this is a hot glue gun. You can obviously use other different colors of glue. Personally, I like this glue gun because it is cordless. I don't have to worry about hitting it anywhere. It only takes about a minute to heat up. Get this little string off of me. Put another little glue stick in right there. Glue this one here on. I think we've got 3 more to do, I think. But yeah. So, and obviously if you guys like content like this, leave a comment down below. If you want to see more, give me some ideas. You know, show me your projects. Show me what you've got going on. That's always fun to see what other people have got going on. And if you have any ideas as to what you want to see on this channel, please let me know. I will do my very best to try to do different projects that you've been wondering about. My setup right now is not perfect, and I know that. And there we go. And hopefully it will be that. Yeah, glued that one. Okay. Alrighty. So, for our winter project, we've got winter. Ta-da! There we go. See? Very simple. Like I said, the R is not perfect. If I would move the W over, I could probably put more of the R in. I am totally fine with the way that looks. Like I said before, it's winter. Winter is no way perfect. I didn't expect it to be perfect. I didn't want it to be perfect. It's a very simple project to do. And I like it. I mean, to me, this is winter right here. It's not perfect. You know? It almost is like the wind pushed the winter off this side to me. So to me, it's more about an artistic expression type of a thing. Which I guess that's the way it is with most artists. But I hope you guys like it. And you see, you got that little bit of a sparkle with those little snowflakes on there. And yeah, so that is the way you make a winter sign for winter. Obviously, it's winter. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you guys want to give me any ideas as to what you guys want to see, I'll be doing something for Valentine's Day this week and throwing it up on there hopefully by Friday, or even on Valentine's Day, which is on Friday. Tonight is Saturday night, so it's a week away. So today is the 9th. Yeah, the 9th or the 8th. Today's the 8th. Tomorrow's the 9th. So today's the 8th. I'll be trying to put this up probably tomorrow, which is the 9th. I'll get it up on YouTube for you guys for this week. Anyway, it's winter time. Have fun on a winter afternoon. Play around. Make yourself a little fun winter sign like this. You could even use the word snowflake in there if you wanted to, or snow, or snow day, or play around with it. Have fun with it. This is just an idea to maybe inspire you to create your own little winter sign. This is my little winter sign, and like I said, it isn't perfect, as you can tell with the R. But I didn't want it to be perfect. I don't think that it should be perfect. It's wintertime. Wintertime is the most inconsistent time of the year, if you ask me, or at least my opinion, that's the way it is. So, yeah, so go enjoy your night on your Saturday night. I'm going to go wash the paint off my hands, and I still got glitter all over me, but that's okay. Have a great night. Thanks for watching.